there's a reason I look like a thug. I've got a Zen master. Yeah, I got a Zen master. Hey, buddy! I got a Zen master in a headlock. Right like this. Why don't you say hello to the camera? Mr. Zen Master, go ahead. Say hello to the camera. Tell everybody how enlightened you are now. That I've got you in a... Got you in a fucking headlock? Now, hey. Fucking tone it down. I'm talking to the camera. Hey! Hey! This isn't gonna end well for you if you keep squirming like a little dog. Hey! I'm a tough. You know, in the 50s literature when they talk about thugs, but they call them toughs. I'm a fucking tough. I'm a tough, bitch. And you better tone it down and stop squirming like a worm. Meant to say worm earlier, but I said dog instead. Doesn't matter. I'm a tough. You're gonna do. You're gonna accept whatever I tell you. Anyways, I had a bad time recently at a Zen monastery. Hey! Oh, that felt good, didn't it? Felt like someone was... Yeah, oh, hold on. Felt like someone was knocking you upside the back with a staff. See? I got the fancy Zen master staff, too. Stole it right from the Zen master. Uh-huh. How you like that? Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. Nothing like taking command of a monastery because you've had a bad retreat. Yeah. I went there because I thought I was gonna be a monk. I've been to this monastery more than a few times because, hey. Just be a Zen master for once. Stop with the shenanigans, will you please? Alright. So I went to the Zen monastery more than a few times to be a monk. Needless to say, Zen, as it's practiced nowadays, isn't like the Zen of medieval Japan and the Chan of China. Nah, just a bunch of wussies sitting around meditating, but not doing the crazy shit. The crazy shit that drew me to Zen in the first place. The koans, man. The crazy stories, the people jumping up and down and putting each other in headlocks. Now you just fucking stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're going to be in this headlock for as long as I want you to be in this headlock. For saving the world here. And unless you cooperate with me... Now, technically speaking, this is what's called a zafu. It's the meditation cushion upon which you sit at a Zen monastery. It's what you sit on in the Zendo. Needless to say, you spend a lot of time sitting on one of these things and your mind gets a little imaginative. You start to go places. You start to, for example, you start to have sex with so many different women in so many different positions that you're like a porn book under yourself. Hey! I'm talking to the camera about my masturbatory fantasies on the Zen cushion. Anyways, when I was done with all that, because you can only go so far with all that before you just become so X-rated that your mind blows up and your crotch is just unmanageable. Unmanageable. That's when I got up and put the Zen master in a headlock, and I took the whole Zendo hostage. I got his nice little chalice, and I said, I'm the ruler here. And I took a sip. Wine in a Zen monastery. And then all of a sudden I felt my interiors transubstantiate. like in the Catholic Mass, like I became the body and blood of Jesus Christ. Tone it fucking down before I put your other head in a headlock. Hey! Do you know what it's like to get a Zen master in a headlock? Because you know what? The Zen master at that point, he starts to get animated. Right? He gets animated and he's like, wait a minute, I come from a long lineage of realized masters, and maybe this is one of the great Zen koans from history that I teach about when I'm sitting on my cushion at the front of the Zendo talking to everybody about how everybody else is always this great Zen master in the history of China and Japan. Shut the fuck up, dude. Holy shit. The whole Zendo is standing up. Oh, hey! If you take one step further, this guy's head pops right off and rolls down the center aisle of the Zendo. And you don't want that because you depend upon this man for your enlightenment, don't you? Oh, yes, you do. Right? Because you want to be saved. But you're all a bunch of spiritual slaves. Funny that, huh? Funny that, now you know why I put you in the headlock. I'm fucking tired of you misleading these people, huh? You think, oh yeah. You think that you're somehow doing them some good, but they're all just following you like lemmings to the sea. Lemmings to the sea, man. And that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work for me. Because you gotta stop saving people, dude. And you guys, oh yeah, all you people in your robes out there, you know, staring at your navels all day, you guys gotta fucking stop believing that you're gonna be saved. Whoa! Because that's your problem. All you motherfuckers in your robes, all you sitting here in the Zendo being silent for hours, for days, for weeks, for months, for years, for your whole fucking life. For the whole fucking life. Meanwhile, the world is get the hell up. Shut up. Stop it. The world out there. Oh, man. You're neglecting the world. You're abandoning the world. And I know you think the world is in here, but the world is everywhere. And hence, Mr. Zen Master, everybody else, if the world is everywhere, if the world is not in here, and the world is out there, then the world must not be something that you run away from. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you gotta take a retreat and recharge your batteries in here with all the wanker pusses and the poopy pants and the stinking thinking and the Debbie Downers and the negaholics. Negaholics everywhere. But listen, man, the world isn't just out there. The world isn't just in here. The world is everywhere. And if the world is everywhere, how the fuck can you be saved from it? Hence my friend here, the bald-headed one. You're doing pretty good now. You're like a cat. Do you know when you put a cat in front of the cat food and the cat just keeps on eating and then the cat drinks and all of a sudden you've herded the cat? Because you've heard the cat. I've heard you. I know what you're saying to everybody. So I brought you in here. I put the cat food in front of you. And the cat water as well. And now you're drinking. Now you're eating. And now you are behaving, Mr. Zen Master. It's very important. Everybody likes to be lost. Did you notice that? Hey, we're all lost. Funny that. Now what I like to point out to my Zen Master, because apparently I'm the only Zen Master here, is that when people are lost, oftentimes they are addicted to being lost. Isn't that so? We're addicted to being lost. I know, and it's so cool when you pop your head out of the jungle and you say, and you found yourself. Oh yeah, you found yourself. You feel so good, and then you're like, fuck, man, I gotta go back into the forest. I gotta go get lost again. Painted rice cakes satisfy hunger. Yeah, I thought you'd recognize that. That's a quote from a Zen master, much more realized than you, thank you, named Dogen. 13th century Japan, painted rice cakes satisfy hunger. Now you're even more lost. You don't even know whether you're in the woods or you're on the plains. And if you are on the plains, why would you think that that's any less lost than being in the woods? Now you just sit there, or I'm going to continue to tighten the noose around your neck. I'm going to constrict the blood flow to your brain, and there's going to be no more Zen for you. And there's going to be no more spirituality for these nincompoops out here. Always believing in something. Stop believing. You start believing in something, you get lost. You fucking get lost. And then you gotta come in here and be quiet for the rest of your fucking life. Or you're gonna be out in the garden over there, pulling turnips out of the ground and squishing beetles with your fingertips, and then saying prayers to Buddha about how you're such a negative, horrible person for killing bugs. Stop that shit. You're the one responsible for all that. You make these people ridiculous. Hey! I said, you make these people ridiculous. You make these people so ridiculous that I've got to hijack the entire Zendo and hold you hostage in order to get my point across, because I'm fucking tired of sitting on this cushion, tired of sitting on your head, and turning myself inside out and dividing myself from myself all day long. Every day. Every fucking day. I'm beginning to think that that's what religion is about. Dividing myself and then piecing myself back together again. Well, what the fuck is that? Why slice myself up in the first place? I'm not a piece of Pizzagate. You ever notice that when you hold a Zen master long enough, in a headlock, he starts to get really quiet. His face gets blue. He stops squirming like a squirrel. Oh yeah, he's nice and calm now. He's in his purple robes, his brown and purple robes. He stinks, smells like shit, because he's a Zen master. He doesn't believe in hygiene. Whoa, got you. Oh, I gotta tell you, I like this Zen master. There was a time early on in my training as a Zen practitioner, when I was thinking about being a monk, that I sat next to this guy. I was 10 feet away from him, and he was just broadcasting samadhi like it was the end of the world. Ooh. And my body went up in light, and I got addicted to this motherfucker. Yeah, that was years ago. Before I knew what you were up to. Before I knew about spiritual servitude. Spiritual servitude. You ever noticed how the mind itself captivates and then releases itself? Like all day long? And that perhaps the only reprieve from such a thing is to keep moving. Is to put a Zen master in a headlock and never let go. So then, this whole exemplar of perfection, this paragon of excellence, the sky, illimitable, infinite sky, mind you, is actually the Zen master inside each one of us. Which means if we really want to stop dividing our mind from our mind, We have to put ourselves in a headlock. Oh shit. Gotta squeeze until the head pops off. Gotta squeeze. Squeeze. Until there's no more Zen master left. Oh. Oh. And then the whole Zendo. Everybody goes up in light. Because no one's trying to save anybody anymore. Everybody's already saved. Because we've done away with the notion of saving. Altogether. And this fucking Zen master, he dissolves. You want to be free? Well, shit, I'll tell you how to be free. You become a tough. You go back to the 50s. Then you go back another 500 years. And then you go back 1,000 years. And then you go back 1,000,000 years. And then you go back 1,000,000,000 years. And then you go back 1,000,000,000,000 years. And then you realize you never went anywhere. Yeah. Become tough. Stop the division within yourself. Stop enslaving yourself to be saving yourself. Put the Zen master in a headlock.